Hi girls, this is Willa. I am so excited to see you all again this week. Kayla and I really enjoyed seeing all of the projects you shared with us. They were wonderful. Did you have a chance to go on a color walk? How did changing the red and greens in your picture change how you saw it? Today we are going to move on to our next sense, to explore how sound helps us observe the world around us. Are you ready to get started on today's adventure? Alrighty then, let's go.
Hi Brownies! Welcome back to the second session in our Investigation Awaits series. Willow and I are so excited to explore sound with you today. My name is Kayla Roloffs and I am the Youth Outreach Manager at Girl Scouts of Minnesota and Wisconsin Lakes and Pines. Thanks to everyone who shared with us last week, especially Sophia and her entire family from Troop 1691 in California, Lily from Madison, Wisconsin, and Ariel from Miami. Willow and I loved seeing everyone's finished project. It's a lot harder to draw with your eyes closed than you might think, huh? Before we begin today's activity, let's start with the Girl Scout Promise and Law. If everyone could do the Girl Scout sign, we'll get started. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. So, like I said, today we get to explore sound. The materials you're going to need for this activity are a piece of paper and your favorite writing utensil, whether it's crayons, markers, pencils, whatever you like. You're also going to need a large bowl, whatever kind you have will work. You're going to need plastic wrap to fit over the bowl. Then you're going to need about a teaspoon of uncooked rice or something that's similar to that. And then you're going to need a metal pan and a metal spoon. And it is important that both the pan and the spoon are metal. Today, we are going to do a project that will help us see sound. Do you know what sound waves are? Sound waves are vibrating energy that looks like waves. These waves travel back and forth through solids, liquids, and gases to get to another location. That's how you can hear sounds that are close to you happening outside or underwater. You might have felt the energy from sound before if you've ever been to a parade with a marching band. You can really feel those drums in your chest.
That's right, girls. You hear many different sounds each day, but you might not know much about how sound travels. Do you ever wonder how you hear all the different sounds around you? Well, you hear all of these sounds because of sound vibrations, which are invisible waves that move rapidly up and down, and that our ears feel and our brain reads as sound. This is the Royal British Marching Band. Each instrument has its own unique vibration that our ears decode to recognize as a drum, trumpet, or flute. If the sound is loud enough, you may feel the vibrations on your body. Let's take a listen, shall we? Wasn't that lovely? Could you pick out different instruments? How many different instruments did you hear?
Your ears are made up of a lot of different parts that work together to turn those vibrations into the sounds that we hear. So to see how these waves work, we're going to do a little experiment with things that you should have lying around your house. Let's start by grabbing our supplies.
All sounds are produced by vibrations, everything from clapping your hands to playing an instrument to knocking on a door. So how does a sound start? It begins with some type of movement or event, like slapping your hands together quickly, plucking the string of a guitar, or banging your fist against a door. Let's try an activity. Stand up and make sure you have enough space around you. Now shake your arms. We can see our arms moving or vibrating. Well, sound is made by vibrations that are too fast to see with just our eyes. Place your hands on the side of your neck and hum your favorite tune. What do you feel? You are feeling the vibrations of your vocal cords, which vibrate to make sound. The louder you hum, the stronger the vibration. Are you ready to start your sound experiment? Me too. Let's go.
So to start, you're going to tear off a piece of plastic wrap that's big enough to cover the top of your bowl. You want to make sure that you can secure the plastic wrap as tight as you can. So if you need to use a rubber band or maybe some tape to pull the top really tight, feel free to do that. Then you're going to pour the rice on top of the plastic wrap. Before we move to the next step, what do you think is going to happen? Use your paper to write or draw what your predictions are.
Alright girls, before we do the experiment, we need to make a prediction. This is when scientists guess as to what they think an outcome will be. So what do you think will happen to the rice when we bang on the pan above it? Are you ready to find out?
Now that you have your predictions, hold your metal pan just a few inches over the top of your bowl. Take your metal spoon and bang on the pan like a drum. What do you see happening to your rice?
Was your prediction correct? The sound waves from the pan made the rice dance around. What happened when you moved the pan closer or banged your spoon harder? Changing your experiment will impact what happens. Try some other ways you can make sound to move the rice. Be sure to make different predictions for each experiment.
This experiment works because of the sound waves. The rice moves and jumps around because of the sound waves that are created when the spoon hits the pan. The sound waves travel through the air, and when they reach the plastic wrap, it vibrates, causing the rice to move. The sound waves are also what allows us to hear the sound of the spoon hitting the pan. If you'd like to explore sound waves more this week, you can make a simple paper cup telephone. Use 2 paper cups and a length of string about 20 feet long. You can just poke a small hole in the bottom of each cup and then thread the string through and tie it in a knot to secure it. If you have paper clips, you could tie your string to that. It just kind of helps it keep it a little bit more secure. Then you're going to find a partner to hold one cup, and you're going to pull the string tight, and one of you is going to talk into the cup and the other person is going to listen. See if you can hear what the other person is saying.
Try going on a sound walk. If it is nice weather, take an adult and go on a hike in your neighborhood or a nearby park. Otherwise, you can walk around your home going into different rooms. Pay very close attention to the sounds you hear around you. When you hear a sound, draw what you think may be making it. Then see if you can find it. If it's safe to do so, use a blindfold so you can't peek.
Now that we're wrapping up, Willow and I hope you learned something new from this activity today. Feel free to share photos or videos of your activity with us on Facebook. We can't wait to see you again next week when we get to explore our sense of smell.
Cheerio, girls. We'll see you again next week.